professors uh, joined in this platform, scholars and teachers, those who have got interest to uh, see my views regarding social science and humanities research. It will be a very specific area, and I will be focusing on uh, these outlines of mine, like importance of research, what is a research problem. I will give a classic example of research problem, and steps for formulating research problems, and of course sources of research problem, identification of research gap, how to eliminate research gap, formulation of research questions, and conclusion. Uh, with this, let us start with the importance of research. Research is a kind of like new ideas, innovative ideas, existing ideas to be upgraded to a new idea. So research bring about a positive change in the society. So it leads for new idea, which can be part of upgradation, which may be a completely new one. Research inculcates scientific, inductive thinkings and promotes development of logical habits of thinkings and organizational objectives, looking into organizational objectives. The main purpose of research is to very to inform about the action taken by the researcher, gather evidence for the new theories being developed, and contribute to developing knowledge in the field of study. These are the broad importance of research. Today, we will be learning, I will be sharing social science research. Why it is very much important for all of us? Because the society where we are staying, every day we are facing many challenges. We are facing crisis. We are facing that the existing process or existing system to be upgraded. So these are the challenges every day we are facing. And social research, social science research is very much based on creativity and innovation. As I believe, innovation will never come if at all somebody will not go for dreaming. One must dream, one must think separately, one must think where to start, what is the exact gap, and what exactly will be told through the research to the readers, or how it will be beneficial to the society. Sure, social science refers to business, commerce, demography, psychology, sociology, etc. All important subjects which are very much closely associated with the society. Research in social science arena deals with the behavioral part of the people. They have been engaged in different roles like customers, competitors, producers, executives, sales executives, salespersons, leaders, workers, followers, teachers, students, and opinion makers. So these are the crucial pillars of a developed society or a developing society, whatever it is. So social science research is very much dealing with a systematic method for discovering the facts or of verifying the old facts and their sequence, and their maybe their interrelationship may be studied, and maybe casual explanation or the natural law which covers the entire kind of like science. And before entering into the subjects, let us understand what is a research problem. Actually, two important pillars. One is research problem, one is research gap. If at all these two elements could not be covered, could not be identified properly, then it is very difficult to draw conclusion of that particular research paper or thesis or that article. So research problem is something to a researcher must be knowing why and how the problems are occurring. In research process, research problem is the first and foremost step. Without knowing research problem, one researcher cannot go ahead. The research problem either be a real life situation, or it may also reverse a set of opportunities also. And before entering into the subject, we must ask ourselves about our interest. If at all we have got sufficient control over our domain on our subject, then we can generate more and more interest to sketch the area of interest. Then only we can select a topic. Then we can go for extensive literature review. Then we will be identifying the research gap from studying various literature from different sources. And that will lead an impact. So we can create an impact if we can understand the extensive, by studying extensive literature survey from different sources, then it would be highly beneficial and it will be easier for the researcher to identify the research gap. And then only we can land on, or we can create an impact on social issues. And I am going to give you a classic example of how you are going to identify research problem. This is the one of the classic example why somebody must follow this example. At the end of my discussion, I will be sharing. If at all will be, suppose we are manufacturing laptop and our market is West Zone. We are marketing very well at West Zone. But problem is that the sales is not picking up at the rate at which they should pick up. But we are not getting that much of a response from the market. So that if at all this will be the summary of our problem, this is not a complete identification of problems. If at all you need to identify complete problem, how you will identify the problem I am telling you. Product is laptop. In my first problem identification, the market was Western, but we could not be able to segment the market. So with special emphasis, we must be taking the important markets of Western in India. For example, Mumbai, Pune, Nashik, Ahmedabad, and Baroda. And we are very much upset regarding what we are expecting sales we are not getting. But before entering into that question, let us calculate the current market share of Western. The current market share is 27%. And we must segment market again. We must segment market customer wise, whether it is we are supplying to office customers or non-office customers. So here we have decided to study the demand of non-office customers. Non-office customers means personally, individually, customers are using our product, like lawyers, doctors, accountants, consultants, journalists, academicians, researchers. So current market share is out of 27% market share. Non-office customer share is 8.5% in non-office segment. Total market share is 27%, but non-office customer market share is 8.5%. Then we'll learn to problem. Problem is that in the year 2018-19, our brand of laptop achieved only a 2% growth rate against our projected growth rate of 5%. That is the issue. That is the problem. So problem, then what would be the research problem? Research problem will be written in this way: to find out the regions for shortfall in growth rate in the non-office market segment and suggest a specific strategy to achieve. This should be our objective. So whenever we are framing any objective, we must find out the research problems. If research problems identification could be done properly, then we could be able to find out the research problems scientifically, numerically. And there are 7 basic steps in formulating research problems. One is identify the broad area, study. Then again, you narrow down this, you try to dissect the broad study area into some sub areas, and you must mark up your interest. Which sub area will be suitable for you, and study research questions and set out objectives and access your objectives to be accessible. Then only you can derive, or the conclusion part could be taken care. So how the broad area could be taken? I am taking an example. I have taken an example, because you see there are many broad subjects. Like you may choose, or you might choose social problems like unemployment, road accident, community health, these are the broad areas. How you will narrow down the topic? The second point is narrow down the topic. For example, we have taken unemployment problem. Unemployment problem of a particular country. So how will focus the sub areas, including the broad area? The topic will be, after your dissection, the topic will be like unemployment and social stability. We have got a chance to compare or to draw our objectives on unemployment and in association or in comparison to social stability, unemployment and crime, unemployment of individual frustration. So these are the points where a researcher will go for finding the sub areas, because any macro topic is difficult to draw conclusion. You have to make it micro. When the topic will become micro, it will be very much helpful to you to transmit your ideas, your innovations on that. And you must mark up your interest, study, research, study area. So because you know very well, this research is a continuous process. It has no end. You must have passionate to develop new ideas, new thoughts. And if at all your interest is going to be cultivated, then certainly you can develop a research question. So you study research question. For example, how unemployment impacts individual social status, how it affects social stability, how it creates frustration on individuals. So these questions must be taken by a researcher, and sufficient objective should be backed to that kind of like questions. For example, impact of unemployment on individual social status. This is your research problem. The main objective might be examine the unemployment status of a country in a particular society or in a particular state, so that the topic will become more micro. And when the topic will be designed in a very micro form, the objective could be achievable. You can achieve the objective, you can access the objectives, because all deliberation, all research writing, all kind of creation, it is very much framed by time, budget, and resources and other technical expertise. Because we have started studying a particular topic, after 1 year, 2 years, the dimension is expected to be changed, because change is the only constant word of this world. So if we could be able to deliver our thoughts, our kind of like ideas within the time, budget frame, and by utilizing the resources, then only we could be able to get back to the process. And I will tell you the sources of research problems. 4 P's are there. They are attracting the problems: people, phenomena, program, and problem. These are the sources. It creates confusion in the mind of the researchers. It is the demarcation of a problem where within certain contexts will be in dilemma, will be asking who, what, where, when, how, and why this situation has come up. So these four attributes, subject areas, are the creator of problems. People are always associated with study of population, with an individual or organization. An effect relationship. And problems are always situational based. So this is the graph, this is the diagram. We could be able to understand the gap, research gap. Research gap could be identified like by studying more and more literature review. And if at all we'll study more and more literature review, the research gap may be in population, research gap population, maybe gap analysis, maybe gap implication, maybe gap methods, maybe gap concepts, maybe gap perspectives, maybe gap in theory, maybe gap in methods. So research gap can be taken from the known and unknown facts laying within the jurisdiction, because research is always based on the gap. Where is the gap? What others they could not be able to deliver or could not be able to reach at that point, particular area or particular point. So that must be identified. Then only it will be very much easier to start the research. Because every research work based on the research gap as a topic, where something is missing or something is not sufficient information, limits to the ability to reach. So in that particular missing area or insufficient information limits area to be identified. So if at all it is past knowledge, you can get it from different literature review. If it is expected knowledge, then it is an opportunity. You can develop a concept, you can develop a theory, you can develop a methodology to study that. Then 5 steps are very, very important for identifying research gap. One is explore the characteristics of the theme. Read always more, if at all a researcher will read again and again, certainly the gap can be identified. And if at all help is required to develop research objectives or research kind of like to identify the research gap, there are many sources are available nowadays due to the digital era. Google, you can take the help of Google. You can take the help of your library. You can take the help of different university websites. And always, whenever you are reading, you try to write. And whenever you will be writing, you can develop the standard problems only. So if the problems are not standardized problems, then what will happen? You will be burning your fingers. And these are the how you will eliminate research gap, because there are two frameworks, major components: identification and classification of reasons why research gap is existing. That you have to classify, you have to identify. And research gap can be identified by using PCOH, population, intervention, comparison, and outcome settings. So these are the elements you have to do. And whenever you are framing the question, you try to narrow down the question. For example, media violence is your general topic. So whenever you will be trying to narrow down the question, you have to see children, adolescents, media violence from the critical point of view. And whenever you will be trying to narrow down, your question should be, are teens affected by violent media? Or else, further you can narrow down, is there any evidence that violent video games increase violence in teens? So these are the points to be noted. And in conclusion, I must say that the importance of social science research used today is endless and very much enlarging, as objectives of social research are very, very elaborate. So as a social, business, and economic problems always in top flourish, the significance of social research gets enhanced and it provides workable solutions. So social research catches the dynamics of social institution and phenomena, as social institution and phenomena are never static, because I told change is the only constant word of this world. So social research contributes a social welfare, and social research is generally emphasizing that is what is good for the society, and we need very much must be in a very continuous process. We must develop research activities, research and development activities, because research and development is a tool for building knowledge and facilitating learning. And it helps not only in business, not only in economic developments, but it supports the truth. The truth lies with the facts, with the situation. And it provides a nourishment, exercise for the mind for new innovations, new ideas. So without research, the progress of society is not possible at all. So thank you very much. This is, I think within a stipulated time period, I could be able to finish. So thank you very much, Professor Saikia and other professors, scholars, those who have listened to me. And I hope this could be yes.
Thank you.
Over
Thank
to
you.
Professor Saikia.
That was wonderful presentation, and I would like to request each and everyone to give the big hand for such a brilliant presentation of our Professor Dr. S. K. Boral. We have seen